Yahoo! We can win $1,000 this weekend. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Madison with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. This is one of the free games that we play, and it's over on the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app where we can win $1,000. They give you a bunch of questions involving multiple sports and prop bets. You answer them all correctly, you can win that $1,000. I actually like this game, guys. Like this app. This is one of the apps that we've hit a jackpot on before and been able to cash out on. I think of all the apps we play, this one may be one of the more fairer ones. So yeah. I'm excited for this game for this weekend. So let's jump on into it and see if we can't win ourselves another jackpot. All right, so question verse 1 is who's going to win on game 4 between the Suns and the Clippers? I'm going to go ahead and take the Clippers. I was tripped up the other day thinking that the Suns were going to go ahead and win in game 3 because, they had CP3 coming back. Kawhi Leonard was still out. But you know what? It just always seems to be home teams in the NBA, win more times than not. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the Clippers will win game 4 on their home court. Question 2 is how many points will the Devin Booker get in that game? Well, if the Clippers are going to win, he can't go off. So I'll just say 21 to 29, which makes these two answers, I think, line up pretty nicely. Question 3 is who's going to win the game between the Bucks and the Hawks in game 3? I will go and say Hawks. We don't know what's going to quite happen in game 2 because I'm recording this, before tonight's game. But still, which shifts to Atlanta, I like the Hawks to be able to get that victory on their home court. So go ahead and give me the Hawks. For question 5, it's how many strikeouts will DeGrom get going on against the Phillies? Well, he already went against the Phillies once this season. In his season opener, he got 7. His lowest on the season is 6 Ks. He's gotten that 2 times. His high on the season, or I shouldn't say his high, he got 11 plus 4 times this season in 12 starts. He's hit 9 or 10 Ks so far this season in 3 of his 12 starts. In 2012 versus the Phillies, he got 12 in 1 start. There was another start where he only got 2, but he only pitched 2 innings in that, so we kind of just throw that out the window. The Phillies, if you're wondering, they rank 20th in the major league in Ks. They're averaging 9.6 per game. So I'm going to go ahead and say 9 to 10. And I know that maybe DeGrom, you think he may get a touch more, but the Phillies only average 9.6 per game. So this factors that in. It also factors in, you play in National League ballparks and pitchers can get pinch hit for it. I know, you may be sitting there thinking, well, DeGrom is pretty good with the baseball bat in his hand, and he has been pretty good so far. He's got a really great average. It's still, at the end of the day, you want to get in a real pinch hitter in a spot that really may matter in that game. And 2, let's not forget he hurt his shoulder swinging his bat. So if the Mets, they're not just going to put him out there just because he has been hitting well. If it's early on the game, sure, but if it's late in that game, if they need a bat to come through in a good situation, I just think he's going to get the hook. So I think 9 to 10 just kind of felt right based on what the Phillies average and just kind of based on some of the numbers and what have you. So yeah, I'll go ahead and say 9 to 10 there for DeGrom. Question 6 is how many hits will Aaron Judge get this weekend up against Boston? I'll say 3 or fewer. And I know Judge is obviously a really good hitter, but you can always pitch around somebody even without pitching around them, right? I mean, they don't need to give him an intentional walk. They can pitch around them without pitching around them. You guys know what I mean there. So it's hard to get hits in baseball in general. I mean, you see guys get 3, right? If you went 33% in your job, you'd be fired. But in baseball, if you bat 33%, you're one of the best. So it's just, in general, it's hard to get hits as well. So I got 3 or less there for Aaron Judge this weekend. And question 7, and the last one is, will Netherlands advance? Well, you guys know from my daily sports betting show, I gave out a bet on Friday's show that said Netherlands were going to cash that money line. That obviously means I got Netherlands advancing, so I'm going to go ahead and answer yes to that one right there. All right, guys, that's how we're doing it here on the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app for a chance to win $1,000. Look for me on Twitter this weekend. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. There's 2 baseball challenges on the Fox Bet Super 6 app there for Major League Baseball games, but we need to see how Friday's games unfold, mainly in terms of the bullpen, so I'll tweet my answers out on sometime Saturday morning for those 2 contests. There's also on the Fox Bet Super 6 app the Eastern Conference Game 3 between Bucks and Hawks. Need to obviously see how Game 2 is going to unfold before we can even predict how Game 3 is going to ultimately go in terms of getting to the end result. So look for me on Twitter again to tweet those answers. And then also in that Bucks-Hawks Game 3 over on the NBC Sports Predictor app, they've got a contest going on there for Game 3. So once Game 2 is complete, well, they'll go ahead then and add that to our research, and then tweet out our answers for that. So we'll tweet out all those games sometime over the course of this weekend for there, so you can look for that. Otherwise, guys, pump for this weekend, pump for this contest. Go ahead, get your picks in, hit that like button, and good luck with your picks.
Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.